episode 36. I'm going to do a dual book club, African Spiritual Practices, all right, by Silvia Hill, and on hoodoo, voodoo, voodoo, orisha, and then Heka. All right, so 2 important books. We're going to be short and brief. I will not probably do these books again. I told you I was going to do a book club since I had these 2 days off. Pop-up will be tomorrow. We got the Love Money Business Candle, $50 Cash App, PayPal, Venmo by midnight tonight. I'll pin it at the bottom so y'all can, if you want to pay for the Love Money Business Candle, it's tomorrow, $50 Cash App, PayPal, Venmo tonight. So I'll pin that payment down there. And then this is the 2 books we're going to go through. Heka, Goddess of Witches and African Spirituality Practices. Comprehensive Guide to Yoruba, Santeria, Voodoo, Hoodoo, and other Orishas. Now, Voodoo is for Black and brown people, even though it's in this book. Like I tell y'all, people put it in the book, but they don't tell y'all it's for Black and brown people. All right, y'all can do the Hoodoo and the Conjurers and stuff, because Conjure is for anybody too, like Hoodoo. But Voodoo is for Black and brown people, Black folks. Okay. You gotta have that black in that blood, baby. Not white with a little bit of blood. No, Black people, okay? Indigenous, Aborigines people. Let me put it like that. Okay, Aboriginal, Indigenous people is voodoo. Even though that woman put it in this damn book, don't mean you fuck with it, okay? I'm just saying. And then Heka. Guys, so we're gonna go through, I got an hour. I'm not gonna be on tonight, but I do got to pop up. Slay number 1, Felicia number 2, Yemi number 3. We're going to do that tomorrow, y'all. Because I'm taking this day off, too. So we'll do this on the 9th. All right. Anybody else want to pay 14, 14, 25, 25, 35, 35, 45, 45 for pop-up? And again, the candle for tomorrow is Love Money Business, $50 Cash App, PayPal, Venmo by midnight tonight, which is the 8th. And then the cord cutting is on 7/11. Which is $100 Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Super Chat by the 10th full moon at midnight. Or hell, wherever the full moon is, because they be lying. Some people be saying it's the 9th, some people say it's the 10th, some people might say it's the 11th. Like, it's just a bunch of bullshit. Let me get on this chat right quick. This is book club, so we get our book out the way and I can come on with another book. Kiana, you making too much fucking noise over there, girl. What the fuck? Girl, you making too much damn noise over there. I can't hear myself think.
Sorry.
God damn.
Oh, God. My back.
Oh, my God. She over there in them damn pots and shit. Shout out where y'all at, book club. If y'all enjoy book club, let me know down there if y'all getting some of the books and y'all enjoying to read. Like I do, I always touch up on the little books, you know, on the books so y'all can kind of see if you need it. It's a lot in this motherfucking book. God damn, it's a lot in this book. All right, so let's go with Silvia Hill, African Spiritual Practices, and, okay, Heka, right? The Goddess of Witches, okay? Hekate. People say Hekate or Heka, all right? So it depends on how you were taught, Heka or Hekate, all right? Let's go with this one though. It got some spells in here. It got oils in here. It explains Loa, Santeria, Ifa, the Orishas. This is a very good book on detailed practices. And then how to do spells and bath spells and bath magic and stuff like that, right? So it's got a lot in it. Let me see if I can find a page. I'm not going to read all of it. Y'all know I'm not going to read all of it. It got Yemia, Oshun, all of the Abatala, all of that stuff in there. All right, Odamari, Olaroon, Olafi, all right, Odamari, African Spirituality. Let me get to one of my tabs. Well, creating an altar. So I feel like a lot of y'all want an altar, but y'all don't know where to start. All right, so altar is a white, you have a white cloth. It's preferred by many, but you can also use a cloth of your ancestor favorite color. My altars, I use blue because blue is my favorite color. So on my altar is blue. All right. I don't use white. I use white when I need to use white. Like for my Elegua, I'll use white for my Elegua, but I don't use it on my altar because I don't like the way it looks. It throws my room color off. Okay. It throws my room color off. So it says, what is preferred by many, right? So most people do white. There's nothing wrong with doing your ancestors' favorite color, all right? Just as you do with Orisha, right? Your Orisha favorite color. I could use red because my Orisha is Chungo, right? So I could use that, okay, or not. So use whatever you feel for you, but white is preferred, okay? And then it says, if you need your ancestors' help with healing, you can use colors associated with the organs, right? You're having problems with. So that means what? Kidneys would be red, right? So you can do red for kidneys. You can do pink for lungs. You can do don't worry about the mods, just ignore them. I'm not worried about them, folks. Don't even worry about it. Don't even read nothing they say. I'm gonna leave their ass there because that's a hate crime. So don't even worry about it. It says you can simply use a piece of fabric that has a personal meaning for you too. So if somebody sold you something or it was passed down, you can use that fabric too. And this is talking about ancestor altar, not your very own altar. Your ancestors could be something you got from an ancestor that they gave you, okay? That makes it even more powerful. You can put the obituaries up there. You can put their pictures up there. You can even put something that belonged to them up there. But remember, you don't want an ancestor altar with somebody that you didn't get along with. You don't want an ancestor altar with somebody that was mean and hateful. Okay, you want the ones that stood for the highest, greatest truth. The principle of righteousness, justice, ma'at, harmony, love, balance, that type of thing, right? You want that type of ancestor, not no gangster, not no fucking thug, not no damn fucking criminal, you know. Leave them bitches off of the ancestor altar because you finna invite that fucking energy, all right? So again, then a glass of water, remember? I had a YouTube on, I had a thing in my playlist on how to set up an altar before, right? So you're gonna have a white cloth, you're gonna get the things you wanna put on there, right? Nothing dead, nothing living on that altar, because that's really of the deceased ancestors, really, the ones that passed on. All right. So nothing dead on your own altar, and nothing really dead on their altar, like dead bugs, dead flies, dead gnats, you know. But you can have the picture of them because it's for them, right? And it says a glass of water. It could be a little shot glass. I use little little small glasses. This is recommended to add protection, but also to serve as a tool to harness and channel natural energy, because water is a natural resource, right? And it says a symbol of your ancestors or spirit guide. It could be a symbol, it could be a picture, it could be an obituary. It could be, like I said, a symbol that you relate to them, right? It could be like an elephant. It could be like an elephant, right? It could be something like that. It could be anything that calls out to you to put on there, basically. It could be tobacco. It could be a little like this, because they like to smoke, right? You don't have to light it or anything. You can from time to time, but you don't have to. All right. So it can be something that symbolizes them. It is the spirit unrelated to you. You can invite anyone you identify with, even if you need healing from a personal or family trauma, okay? And then the candles. Candles are always a must. All right, let me just go ahead and name what you need. A candle, a tea light, right? Or a little Voltaire. I use tea lights because I know they're gonna go out in 2 hours or 4 hours or 6 hours. So I get either one of those candles because I don't have to worry about leaving and it's still burning, right? So a tea light is sufficient, very sufficient for an ancestor altar. I've used it for over 10 years, all right? So a tea light that you know is going to go out, even if you leave it, you know what I'm saying, burn it, you know it's going out, all right? Water and an incense. So you're using the elements. Just like you would do on your regular altar, on the ancestor altar, you want the elements there. All right. And then it says candle, depending on your experience level, establishing communication may have some time, may take some time, right? And that's why I told y'all, you can't come into this shit and you just awaken and you think you're gonna get answers. No, it took me years. It took me years. And I told y'all the other day on pop-up or something I was talking about, my ancestor altar didn't come up until I removed that TV off of my chest or drawer. And I always have my own altar first, and then my ancestor altar came. It don't all come at one time. I can't say for y'all, but it didn't come like that for me. So some people could do both. Mine didn't come like that for me. Mine came about after I had mastered my own altar and my own energy, right? Then my ancestors came. So then I have two altars, right? You have multiple altars throughout your house, but I'm talking about how those two came about. Because I had multiple altars. I had altars everywhere in my house, pretty much. But that's just me. But they're always a little altar, like things that represent my energy, or things that represent my ancestors, or things that represent ancient Egypt, Kemet, right? The black land. So it's always something around somewhere around me, right? Don't have to be specific, don't have to be a whole lot, don't have to be yada yada yada, right? Just things that have a kind of like how y'all do tattoos. You wouldn't put a well, you shouldn't put a tattoo on you that you don't know what it means, right? So altars are the same way. You don't put nothing on an altar that you don't know what the fuck it means, because you could curse yourself like that, right? You can put something on there that just totally fucks your ass up. All right, so that's what I'm talking about. You want stuff that invites knowledge, wisdom, and all that stuff, right? So this is some good books y'all can get. And then candles, like I say, it could be a 7-day candle. Is a spiritual candle when it's on the main altar, like your own altar. I don't use 7-day candles on my ancestors' altar. I only use the tea lights. I use the main 7-day candle for mine, right? And then I'll use the Voltaire for the ancestors if I run out of tea lights. But I don't have to put a 7 day, 7 days is like too much, right? They're too much, okay, for me. Small tea lights are sufficient, okay? And it says these are great to relight if you have to stop, while you're doing something or tend to your everyday activities or sleep. So they want the 7 day. You can have the 7 day on the ancestor altar, because that way, if you need to put it out, put it out, blow it out, snuff it out, whatever, float your boat, and then go back to relighting it. But like I said, I don't do that. Okay, I don't do that. All right, that's just my practice. That's just everybody's practice. You'll develop your own unique spiritual practice when you work with your altar and your ancestral altar, or your shrine, right? Whatever it is, or whatever you're trying to bring towards yourself, right? So that's why everybody's journey ain't the same, because you can't. There's no way you can. There's no way. There's no way. You have to follow your own spirit team and spirit guides on how you want to set up the altar and how they tell you to set up the altar, okay? And you're going to get the best out of it. You're going to get the most out of it that way. Okay. And then you got offerings. So now that's where we came in with the food and stuff, right? So I'm skipping a little bit in this book because y'all can get it if you want it. So food, right? Offerings. That could be cigars. It could be beer, wine, drink, food, fruit. All right. Things like that. Things that they loved or enjoyed. All right. And you can do a color code day. You can do according to maybe what they tell you to put, or maybe what their favorite foods or drinks were, like that, right? The spirit will kind of, once you get into that part, libation and water and all that stuff, you'll start getting a hint of what they want. If it's fruit, or if it's food, or if it's a breakfast, or if it's dinner, right? Or if it's just tobacco or coffee, things like that. They'll tell you as you get acquainted with it. the symbol of the four elements. And that's when I said what? Air, that's your incense. Water, right? And then fire is the tea light. And then wood, right? You can have something with wood, or your body symbolizes the wood part. Or you get something, like even if you put this little bell, or you get a little wooden bowl like this and fill it with water, that's water and wood, okay? Or this, or a wood mask, like an African mask could be something wood, okay, made of wood. It don't matter what it is. It could be these beads right here that I made. I could put that on there, and that can symbolize the wood. So it just matters whatever the hell y'all associate with, okay? It could be some wooden bangles. It could be them wooden bangles, right, that we wear for our outfits and summer dresses. You can put that on there. It's wood, okay? It ain't gotta be like everybody fucking else. Please don't do y'all altars like nobody else. Because when you're putting your altar exactly how people put in the books, you're empowering them. You're not empowering yours. You're empowering their gods, whoever they worship, or whoever. Don't ever go by any altar in the fucking book. I will fucking tell your ass that. Because they're not gonna tell you that. Go by the way your spirit speaks to you. Let that altar resurrect itself through you and come out of you, right? Because it's already in you, what you relate to, right? It could be animals. It could be an animal altar. Who the fuck am I to tell you you can't have an animal altar? You might be a person that loves fucking animals. God damn it, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So you do it how y'all feel. It's just a guide when you see them in books. It's just take the generalization of the altar, but let it speak to you through your ancestry, through your bloodline, and that's when you're gonna have the most power. Don't do no book, don't do nobody's altar in no fucking book. Please don't do it, because you finna fuck up. You finna worship them. You finna worship who they worship. You're off your journey at that point. That's the way I see it. You're not doing what you supposed to be doing for you, because as the altar resurrects itself and the colors tell you what it's doing for you, right? The colors mean something. They got colors in here too, like candles. They mean something. So however you paint the color of the altar with the cloths and with the objects and that's what comes out, right? Blue's my favorite color, so mine's are blue. Typically, you're gonna see more than blue. You're gonna see more blue than any fucking thing, right? Because blue is my favorite color. You can use it your favorite color. You can do green, you can do pink, you can do purple, you can do yellow. That's Oshun, right? The sun. You can do water, blue, right? Calming energy, right? Relaxed energy. All right, subtle energy. So tranquil energy. So whatever, just don't put on black. No black. Because black on the altar absorbs the energy. So stay away from black stuff on your altar. One of my spiritual brothers told me that, because I didn't know. I had bought a black Ankh years ago, over 10 years ago, right? And I didn't know. And I showed him my altar. He said, oh, get that off. And I was like, really, bud? It wasn't later till I found out that it was taking the energy. It was absorbing the energy. It was killing the vibe. Black, not all black is bad. It's just saying black on the altar is bad, because it ain't gonna let it rise. It's gonna lock it down. So you want your energy to feel wherever your altar is. You want it to come up like the colors, right? Like the colors in the rainbow. And some things we relate to black as dead, death, life, death, and rebirth, right? But you never want black objects on your altars. So make a note of that. I learned that from my spiritual brother, one of my spiritual brothers. So I'm passing that on. That's me paying it forward. And so I removed the black but then I got a blue one. So, and blue is my favorite color anyway. So I didn't really mind, because blue is my favorite color. So just FYI to y'all. And it may not even mean like that with everybody else, but that's how mine, I keep black off of it. I don't put black on it unless it's a crystal. Unless it's one of these, but not as an object. I'm saying as an object or amulet. I'm saying like as an amulet or an object, not black, like a little black cat. No, even my goddess Beset is blue, and Anubis is black, but that's a different type of thing over there. He's not on. They're not on my. They're not on my altar though, right? It's a little altar, but it's not on mine. So you can do black crystals and tumbling and all that. That's fine. Shungite, that's fine. But I'm talking about as a like I wouldn't get a black belt and put on there. That's what I'm talking about. Not a black bowl and put on there. That's what I'm talking about. If y'all get it, you get it. All right, intentions you want to manifest. So using the elements, water, fire, air, wood, and what's the other one? Chinese have 5. Air, water, fire. What's the other one? The 5 Chinese elements. Damn, metal. Metal is what the Chinese use, right? We use 4, but Chinese use 5. That's the metal, right? Copper. You can have copper on there. You can have silver on there. You can have gold on there. You can have brass on there, right? I got a brass elephant, a brass elephant bracelet. I got my copper, right? I got my silver, right? So you can use the elements: gold coins, silver coins, copper coins, anything like that. It can be the coins or it can be the actual bracelets or whatever, or a bell. People like to make a lot of brass bells, you know, like these, right? Or ceramic or whatever you want to use. But anything like that. Greetings, everybody. Let's go on. So in this book, African Magical Practices, you got hoodoo, you got voodoo, conjure work, and root work on this chapter, right? You got that on that chapter. And I'm just showing y'all. There's oil magic. There's magical oil recipes. Greetings, everybody. This is book club. So I'm not going to read it because y'all don't need to. Y'all want it, you can go buy it. All right. So they got all these banishing oils and all these recipes in here y'all can try, you know, to bring prosperity and abundance. So you don't even need to steal from somebody. Y'all just fucking lazy. Y'all don't want to fucking read. You don't want to get the material. There's no reason you need to steal anybody or try to destiny swap with any fucking body when you got people putting fucking oils in the motherfucking thing. It's stupid. It's very stupid for people to do that. You got protection and cleansing, candles, banishing obstacles, color code. Now that's the colors, right? So that's what the different candle colors. And remember, I got a candle book in playlist and book club already. A lot of this stuff is repetitious to some of the books I've already put out there in the book club. So this is that one, and then Hekate, right? So we doing these two. This is episode 36, Kem Arts Book Club. So if y'all want to tap into your own goddamn magical ass, do so without doing harm to people. You don't have to do harm to people. You don't have to go seek after what somebody else got. You just need to get the damn book and get the work and do the practice and put in the work, put in the root work, right? I'm powerful because I've been doing it for so long. I've been working with the shit for so long. You know, it ain't gonna come overnight. You just heard the person say some of this shit gonna take time. But people don't want to put in the time to learn and do candle work or voodoo or hoodoo or conjure or root work. They just want to go take somebody else's shit. Nope. Hit their ass with some goddamn spell back, and then that motherfucker, then they gonna back the fuck off. If you do this shit, you put this shit on me, I'm gonna send that motherfucker back. That's what I'm gonna do. So don't take none of the books that I use y'all to try to fuck me over, because I'm gonna fuck you over. That's what's gonna happen. I get the books for knowledge and wisdom and education to see what else I can critique as my own. But don't think I don't know how to send some shit back, because I know how to send some shit back. But I will say, don't use this against me or anybody else. Use it for yourself to attract stuff for you and your family and your journey to banish obstacles that other people may be doing to you. Because trust me, I ain't doing shit to none of y'all ass, because I don't care about your ass like that. All right, to be even bothering myself with that shit. I ain't got time for it, but if I feel something, I'm gonna send that shit back to your ass, though. So that's how that shit gonna go. I break spells for honest living in my heart. All right, so you got a couple of words here: divination, cowrie shells, enhanced psychic powers. All right, things that and you got magic and free will. I'm just gonna skim through it. You got voodoo dolls. So if you want to do one for like money, prosperity, and abundance or health, That's what you would normally do a voodoo doll with. But people doing voodoo dolls with y'all pictures and stuff, trying to take y'all out so they can take your spot. So you need to know, I give y'all that so y'all know what to look for, not to do it on me or nobody else. And that just comes with the territory, right? I'm not worried about nobody having a voodoo doll on me because I'm gonna voodoo doll their ass back, okay, if I have to. So I'm not doing that though. I don't need to. It's just in the book. It's in the book. But voodoo dolls don't have to be for evil. They can be for good. They can be for healing. All right. Not for swapping destinies and trying to take somebody's ass out. All right. You got it? Congratulations. Thanks, AK. Welcome everybody new. Welcome A1ers, Day 1ers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9ers. I give y'all the information so you can know what people are doing. So you can know how to counter it. All right. So you have some type of knowledge. It's at the heading of the video. Go back out the page and you'll see the heading of the books. I held them up at the front, or rewind it back to the front and then come back to this one, to where I'm at on the live. All right. So different colors, different dolls for different occasions. All right. And things like that. And see, mojo bags and how to create mojo bags. I got a few mojo bags with herbs and crystals and stuff. So it teaches you how to do mojo bags for luck, for money, for prosperity, for protection, and things like that. All right, I'm skipping. It got low out in here. It got how you can. There's Marie Lave and Dr. John in here. So right there, and it tells you a little bit about them, different pantheons and stuff. It says voodoo from Haiti to Louisiana. All right, so that's even in there. Okay. It tells you about Luau. It tells you about Santeria and Ifa. So it gives you like who they relate to. You know, like who is Yemia in Palo? Who is Yemia in Santeria? Who is Yemia in Ifa? So who is Chango in Ifa? Who is Chango in Palo? Who is Chango in Luau? Who is Chango in Santeria? So it gives you like a cross reference because y'all coming across different people practicing different and saying different names so y'all can know what they're talking about. Like Archangel Michael, like who you see what I'm saying? Who got the resemblance of those characteristics, those behaviors, those attributes. Remember, we're talking about attributes of energy. Everything is energy. They just gave it a name so they can compartmentalize it. You need compartments. Remember, like Interstellar, he was talking about the mind having all those compartments and people getting trapped in a certain compartment of the mind. Well, that's this world today. A lot of people just trapped in their own goddamn mind and can't figure out how to get out of that bitch. All right. So this is what you're talking about. The key differences and similarities between voodoo, voodoo and voodoo. So again, voodoo is for black folks, not white folks, not Chinese folks, not Asian folks, not India folks, black folks, indigenous and aborigine folks. Okay, so don't fuck with that shit. That's our ancestors. You will fuck your ass up with that one. So I always say it to let y'all know. Skip over that. You can read it. Don't do it though. You can read it. Don't fucking do it though. I'm just saying. Trying to help you out. Okay, because they're gonna get your ass if you do. Y'all can mess with this shit though. What is hoodoo? Y'all can do that. You just can't do the voodoo shit. Okay, because that's for black folks only. Closed practice. That's what you call a closed practice. An open practice. An open practice is anybody could do it. Any race, any nationality. That would be hoodoo. That would be conjure. You know, that would be whatever else they got. I don't know about the Palo and the Santeria and the Lukume and the Laos, all of them. I don't know if those are closed or open, but they're in this book. So if to be on the safe side, if you white or you Chinese or you Indian listening to this, just stick with the hoodoo. To be safe, you can do that. You can do that. I don't know about the other shit because I don't look at the other shit, but it's in here, so I read about it, right? So I'll know. But I don't fool with that shit either. Different ones. You got Mama Bridget, Gidi, all these different names for the low owls, because some of us are in low owls, some of us. That's why I told y'all the card that kept coming out, they ain't need five, but they practicing hoodoo and voodoo. That's where the card came from, because they're in the book. So that was letting y'all know that some of these people in these things are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And that's the point I wanted to make by sharing the book. That's why it's in my basket of the Washington one, the karmic one, right? Because you got people in some of these things using this shit for bad, to do harm to somebody. Let me put it like that. They're using it to do harm to somebody. They could be Ifa, Santeria, Lukumi, Palo, all the other stuff, whatever the stuff, voodoo, voodoo, whatever. But they're using some of it for negativity, to harm somebody. So that's why I want to empower y'all with the book today. So y'all, and there's more books than that. I mean, I got other ones, but this is just one. All right, this is just one. So again, and then Hekate, the witches and stuff. So we'll get into that one because I really want to get into that one. Voodoo spells, ritual baths. It even teach you how to empower your baths, how y'all take a protection bath. So y'all will know KAU, collective LWO. So you can empower yourself with the baths and stuff. Just stay away from the voodoo though. That's for the black folks on my channel. Just stay away from voodoo. But it takes time learning this. You can't get to this part, y'all, until you've learned the herbs. The basics is the herbs. The basic is the crystals. The basic is the herbs. Then all the magic comes. That's why I said I've been doing this shit forever. So over 10 years, I've been doing this shit. But yeah, I'll show it to you. But you see, you got to have some knowledge of herbs. You got to work with the herbs so you know what you're getting. Thank you, Moni, for pop up. Let me see. Another one. I'm going to get onto the other book. Got jar spells and stuff up in here. And then it got shrines, ancestor shrines right there. So if you want to build that ancestor shrine, you can. All right. That could be for anybody. You're right. But like I said, just stay away from the hoodoo, the voodoo. I wouldn't want y'all to get fucked up with our ancestors because they're going to fuck your ass up. You know, you calling on our ancestors, you're going to be in trouble. All right. If you're not black. But that tells you how and what to do and what not to do. Like I said, I just wanted to bring this book club so we can have one for the month of July. So that way y'all will know. And it says a more traditional shrine for your home. So you can have just a common traditional shrine for your home too. And it tells you how to set it up. I'm not reading to y'all today, but I'm just doing something. We got Love Money Business Calendar tomorrow, $50 Cash App, PayPal, Venmo by midnight tonight, and then cord cutting on Friday. All right, the 7/11, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo by the 10th at midnight. But we'll have pop up. We'll have pop up tomorrow because I'm gonna take the rest of the day off. Moni number 4, before I forget. Hey, I'm telling your mama. You better cut it out. I got the hiccups. And then it gives you, when you're doing a mojo bag, it gives you the color hiccups. Confirmation. God damn. The hiccups? Boy. All right. Somebody got the hiccups. It's going to be for, thank you, baby doll, but it's going to be for tomorrow. But you're going to be number 5. Thank you. All right, so it even has the color of the mojo bag and what it means if you're going to do a mojo bag, a herbal bag, a healing bag, a money bag, a protection mojo bag, or whatever. So it got that in there. So y'all can, what material should you use for your bag? And then it has a lot of stuff in there. And it says ideas for your initial mojo bag. All right, and then it says the magic practice of root work. So this is the magic practice of root work here. Look at all them evil eyes. Look at all them evil eyes. I'm not going to read that, but again. And it says how root workers use items to symbolize the power of the spirit. So it has amulets, puppets, different things, personal property, bottles and jars. How they always say they put somebody in a freezer or a jar or a calderon. You would get a lot of that, depending on what they're trying to manifest. Okay, then keep a journal, right? So you know what's working and what's not working. Or just keep it up here. A good practitioner ain't writing shit down. Trust me. They might write some basic shit down, but they not writing. Because a good practitioner keeps it up here because they know if it get out, it's what spirit teaches y'all aside from what like a book would do, right? Spirit can add so much to this book. If y'all practice this shit, you ain't never writing it down. Trust me, you're not writing it down. Because you know if anybody get hold of that shit, they got your shit. You ain't, it's like a master, a grand master ain't never teaching you how to overcome them, right? They never gonna, a bishop, a leader is never gonna teach y'all in church how y'all can overthrow the master. So you gotta keep that in mind when you're learning this stuff. So yeah, this is like a foundation, an infrastructure, somewhere to start, but it's not the all telltale stuff. See, I can read all this shit and do something totally different by what I got up here. And I never have to write it down, but it's just a blueprint. It's just a infrastructure. That's how y'all got to get so engulfed in your work that you already, you ain't got to write shit down. You listening to your ancestors, you're listening to what they're saying, and I need this basic stuff, but then they're going to tell me to do some other stuff too on the side. That comes later. Ain't no real practitioner writing shit down. I'm just saying. Because they ain't finna let y'all know how they doing what the fuck they're doing. See, they're not going to let y'all know. Even if they're teaching you, they're still not going to let you know every little thing. They going to give you the little stuff like this in the book that ain't going to hurt them. And this shit right here ain't going to hurt me. See what I'm saying? There you go. So I don't mind, but I'm just saying don't use it for bad. Use it for good. And if you use it for bad, that's your judgment. That's your consequences. All right? I'm not finna gatekeep. The book is out there. It would be stupid for me to try to gatekeep this book. And all these motherfuckers get this shit out the book. All right? Now, hoodoo spells to enhance your life. Not harm a life. It said enhance your life. That is what this stuff is for. Not to do fucking bad to nobody, but to enhance your life. All right? And that's why a lot of y'all got karma coming. You got a jar of money, like a honey jar spell to bring sweetness. So it's teaching all about the jar spells and stuff like that, the freezer spell, all that bullshit. And then pray fertility spell, money spell, pay a bill spell. All right. And it says living a hoodoo lifestyle, right? Which we're accustomed because we do stuff with voodoo we don't even know. Don't walk under the ladder. Don't sweep over the feet. We do it without knowing it because we was always, oh, don't do this, don't do that, oh, don't do this don't. But a lot of them didn't tell us why not to do it. Our grandparents just said don't do it. And so we adopted that, but not really understanding why you don't fucking do it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do this. Don't do that. Just don't do it. And you're like, what the fuck am I not doing it for? The superstition, we like to call superstition, right? Not necessarily superstition. It's almost like you saying conspiracy theory, and everything ain't conspiracy theory. Even conspiracy theories hold truth. So even superstition holds truth, right? Right? Things like that. So you got to pick what it says. Tips for keeping a journal. If you keep a journal, basic it. Basic it or learn how to write in code where only you know what the fuck it is. Shorthand that bitch. Shorthand that motherfucker. Like, scribble like a doctor. Okay? However the hell you want to write. Just, if you got to write it down, you think you're going to forget it because you freshly new, shorthand it. Have your own code for shorthand. And that way, nobody don't know what the fuck you got in there. But like it says, it gives you tips. I'm not even going to worry about that. Y'all can get it if you want it. And they ain't give me no goddamn kudos or brownie points for these books. This is part of my Kem Arts book club, and it's a playlist on the side of all the books. This is episode 36. We've been doing book club for like 4 or 5 years now. I think 5. We should be coming up on 5. Mindful eating. It got little tips in there, like little things y'all can learn. Look, mojo bags, food and drink, traditional hoodoo food, jambalaya rice, things like that. Barbecue pork. I don't do pork, so ain't gonna be no pork. Okay, you can get some beef. Some beef ribs, but they ain't finna get no pork ribs, because I don't buy pork. I don't buy pork meat. They ain't even none up in here. I don't have pork in my house like that. If it's in something, it's in like a chip or maybe something like that, but it's not the meat. So I don't worry about that. I ain't doing anybody doing no chillings and no greens because I don't fucking do that shit. I had greens the other day, girl. Them damn greens was off the fucking chain, boy. Let me tell you, I need to get some today. I got a whole turkey wing up in that bitch, salting that motherfucker. But that's what I use. If I don't want to use turkey wing, I cook the greens without any meat and they still taste the same. So, and then sweet potato pie. You ain't gotta have sweet potato pie. You can get some yams, okay? You can cut them bitches up. You can bake that sweet potato. It's still the same. If you don't know how to make yams, if you don't know how to make a pie, just get you a sweet potato and bake that bitch, okay? Bake that motherfucker, okay? Them just in alignment with hoodoo practices, right? The hoodoo food, but that's slave food. That's food that really hurt us. Could I buy a pork chop and cook it for the ancestors? Yeah, but I ain't. And they know I'm not. I ain't finna buy no bacon either. I'm not finna buy no pork bacon or no pork chop and cook it for them. I'm sorry. I'll buy them beef. I'll buy them a steak. All right. I'll buy them a beef rib. But I ain't buying that shit. I don't want that. Look at my nose itching. Because I don't want that shit in my house. I don't want that shit in my house. That's why we got high blood pressure and shit now, dying of diabetes and strokes and shit because that damn salty ass, wormed ass meat. All right? Y'all don't want to admit it, but still, I give them other shit. I ain't giving them that, though. They already know. I ain't finna fuck with that. And they okay with that. They are okay with that. Because you know why? Because they know me now. They know that, oh, she not doing that. I'll do anything but that pork. You can have anything you want. You just ain't getting that damn pork chop. Not from me. Not from me. I love you, but I ain't finna get you. I ain't finna get you that pork chop because I don't want to smell that shit. I can't stand it. Make me puke. Okay, make me want to vomit. And then it says fatty fish. They get salmon. I don't even know if they like salmon, but they get it. They be wanting it from me. Pretty much anything I get, I spit on my lips and I spit when they talk. Pretty much anything I give them that I cook, they want. They don't want none of my children's cookings. Because those are my ancestors. I developed that relationship. They won't let me put nobody else's food on the altar. They won't. They don't want it. It has to come from me. That's how you know you got a relationship. Because they don't want nobody else's shit. They want yours because they trust you. Right? And they know you got the relationship with them. So dark chocolate, you can give them chocolate, fermented food, bananas, oat. I don't know about the oats. I don't give them no oats. And then fruits and vegetables, right? And then sunrise, different. This is what I want y'all to know about the sun. That's why they always tell y'all to read Psalms in the morning, because this is where that comes from. Timing is everything in hoodoo ritual. So that's why everybody do stuff before the sunrise and after the sunset. Even Muslims do. They don't do nothing before sunrise and nothing until after sunset, because that's the enemy time. That's Satan's time, right? After that and between that, right? Besides when they do their little 5 prayer, they have to do it at noon, but that represents noontime. That represents the highest point in the sky, right? So that's a different type of thing. But why you get the Psalms book and you read shit before the sunrise, that's why they tell you, look, sunrise is all about power. Moon magic is all about amplification. Sunset spells and rituals are all about saying goodbye. And it says midnight is the time for energy spells and rituals. That's when you're going to get close time for them damn witchings. And the next one, the witching hour, right? Around 3 or demon time, right? So that's right there in all of that part. I'm not even finna show you because you know why I ain't even finna read. I just read the heading. Because you know what? Y'all need to buy the fucking book. Stop being lazy. Y'all need to invest in y'all goddamn practice since y'all want to practice shit. Get the fucking book. I ain't reading it. Anyway, let's go. I just told you what the headlines was. I ain't reading y'all shit. All right. The days of the week and how they affect your spells and ritual. Sunday magic, Monday magic, Tuesday magic, Wednesday magic, Thursday magic, Friday magic, Saturday magic. But because y'all don't know and don't want to fucking know, okay. Them 2 motherfucking pages right there, gold. Them motherfucking 2 pages right there is fucking gold. Taking hoodoo baths. Because timing is everything, like it said down here. Timing is everything in hoodoo ritual. Knowing when to do the ritual, knowing when to namaste. It's at the title of the chapter, I mean, of the sub, when I opened up the video. But it's these two. Y'all look at the title. I ain't gonna keep showing the book. All right, because it's at the title when you clicked in the video. So this is the name of the two books we're doing. Just stay away from the voodoo and voodoo, because that's for black folks. If your ass ain't black, don't mess with that. Confirmation. That rhyme. What would you do for a Kem Arts bar? If you're not indigenous or aborigine, don't mess with voodoo. Period, point blank. You can read it because they got it in this. Yeah. You can read it because, oh, it's raining.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It's raining.
Yeah.
Damn. They made it rain now and they ain't gonna spray, huh?
Not out here, but we can do whatever if you want something on the
I
side.
ain't no motherfucker. I ain't gonna
We
never.
didn't either.
Come on in here. You red? You red, huh? Got that red hair, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Get over here from look in my workstation. Yeah, just get in the floor part that you can, because I'm out yesterday. Because they be trying to come in at me.
I can only spray on certain areas. You're not allowed to spray on some of your electronics.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Just give them so they don't get on the door and get me by that lip too. They been coming in here like they crazy. Hold on, y'all. You tall. Y'all get with it. It just started raining. Just now.
Yeah.
Oh, be damn. I didn't even know it was on the damn schedule to rain. I need to start looking at the weather. Look like, huh? We got bipolar dog.
What's your bathroom done?
Yeah, all of it. Down the clean old wall, because them damn scorpions is something else. They be trying to attack us. I got friend babies, so I
Oh, what are they?
who? They got 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Lots more chemicals being put down by TVA. Y'all would have to leave it if you are. Yes, ma'am. That's they should be telling you that. That's the law, and that's safety for you and your family. Yeah, that's a lot of things. Yes, I can do your garage for you. Is there another bathroom?
Right in there with them.
Oh, okay.
That one right there with the light on. They know not to go in there. Don't touch that in this bathroom. Only go in there for 2 hours. Not this one, because you gotta spray for the bullets so they don't eat you up. You don't want them to eat you up. It's another bathroom.
And you're saying you're having scorpions in here?
Yeah, it's always in here. It's all in here.
So what I'll do is I'll make sure they get the scorpion chemicals for you.
That wood, back, because we in the back by the wood, so they can easily come in there. Hi, Shaw. Thank you. They know that. I already know, so they I already know that.
And where's your garage?
Oh, right here straight. Are they gonna change the filter today?
Alan will probably be by here.
The driveway.
I can only do what's inside because of the rain.
Okay. Dang, and I wanted that back done. We just did that last week, and then over. Oh Lord. How you can't tell me it was raining? God dang. Messed up my outside damn stuff. Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
You have a good one.
Yeah,
too.
we'll see if Alan's gonna be able to make it by here. I know he had a bunch of work for him, so.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Ah. Lord, have mercy. See how you get motherfuckers that want to do their job, and then you get motherfuckers that don't do their damn job. All right, whatever. Let's go, y'all. Greetings, everybody. All right. So y'all get the books if y'all want to learn a little hoodoo voodoo, but stay away from the voodoo if you ain't black. I'm gonna keep saying it, because y'all ain't gonna say Kim said it and y'all ass get fucked up. All right. So again, with the baths, purification bath is in here also. A yellow, I don't know what the yellow bath for attraction is about, because I have not done that, and I hadn't even. Money bath, spiritual bath for complete refreshment and clarification. So there's different type of baths and instructions in there too. But like these 2 pages are very important. All right, I think I'm gonna go to the 50 minutes. Oh yeah, we gotta go. All right, it's got their Orishas in there, their day, their food, Santeria, Ifa, all right, Abraham, similarities to the Abrahamic God is even in here. And then it has the powers of Odumare. Odumare as a supreme being. Connection to the Ifa divination system. Odumare in voodoo and Santeria. So it gives you who is who, right? Odumare in voodoo, Odumare in Santeria. So you know the similarities, the trials of Odumare. Okay. That's it. I'm not going through this whole book. Different stuff. Oh, he got another book. Oh, she got another book. Well, look at her. She got a sun, moon, and a rising sign book. So she even got this book, y'all. Another book, an astrology book. All right. So there you go. Big ass book, boy, I tell you. There it is. Okay, now that's it. I ain't bringing it back out. And then now I want to read some stuff in this. Okay. I want to read the Hekate. Hekate or Heka. All right. We used to say Heka. I think white folks used to say Hekate. So we say it differently, right? But if you hear it either way, it's still talking about Heka. Heka with the, see, we say it like this. Black folks say it like this. Heka. White folks, Wiccans, Hekate. Okay, so 2 different ways. Heka, Hekate. Okay. Yeah, if you hear it too, you know what it's talking about. This one is a good one. Ooh, Lord. Child, let me, you might want to get this one, y'all. You might want to get this one. I'm trying to tell you. Okay, who is Hekate? I ain't reading it. Okay. I told y'all I'm not reading it. I'm just going to point this out for book club. The ancients and their gods. Okay, the witch in the family. So this is telling you about the witch in the family, right? Let's go. We might read a little bit of these. Okay. It says, our families define us whether we like it or not. Heka's family is no exception. Her patronage includes the stars and the underworld, the moon and the earth, along with a host of other gods who are sometimes her parents, her children, or her siblings. Like many people, her family and history are complicated. That's why they say women are complicated, because we is. Men are simple. Women complicated, bitch. Write that bitch down. Men, simple. Woman, complex. They ain't gonna never figure our ass out. Why they be trying. Some women that ain't motherfucking figure their ass out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's why they that's why they tell y'all, men, simple, women, complex. That's why they tell y'all, why you gotta be so complex? Bitch, because you ain't gonna never figure us out, bitch. They would try to overthrow us, bitch. They would try to kill us all, okay? If you had a world full of all men, it wouldn't be no babies now, would it? Talk about simplified. My damn book. Bitches. All right. It says most of what we know after her comes from poetic devotional prayers with which could reflect a conscious, sorry y'all, of who, not sorry, I hate that fucking word, conscientious, fuck it, of who she was to those who worship her, or merely an individual author's personal vision of her. Just as murky and mysterious as the cosmos she ruled, Heka's true ancient identity is unknowable. She kind of reminds me of Lilith. I'm getting a feel of Lilith, the dark Lilith, Lilith. Lilith, we say it either way, right? Lilith, or Lilith. You're going to hear that name about 3 different times, said differently, right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all, go to the top of the book, y'all. Goddamn. Y'all keep asking the same question. Somebody put that damn book down there in the damn chat. All right, these are the 2 books. Y'all got to look at the title of the video. It's up at, both of them are at the title of the video. This is the last time I'm showing it. All right, let's go. Because I got to get off of here. All right, and so again, true identity is unknowable. And like I said, that reminds me of Lilith, okay? They don't know where the fuck that bitch come from. She's so complex, they can't find her ass. It says, but just as the stars may appear brighter with a gazer look at one nearby rather than directly at it, it may help to better understand Heka by looking at the myth of those close to her, right? The ancient gods. It got Titus in here. It got Zeus in here. It got Olympia gods in here. It got the Christian, pre-Christian gods in here, right? Different ones. And it's got Uranus, sky, and Gaia, earth, fell in love and made many children together. So that's like Nut and Jeb. They put it as Titan, the 2 of Titans, Uranus, sky, and Gaia, earth. We have goddess Nut and we have Jeb. So you can see the similarity. If you know anything about Aphrodite is even right here. So if you know anything about Rhea is right there. Okay, I'm just pointing out the names I'm seeing. Kronos is there. So if you know any of those gods, you can see the resemblance from ancient Kemet till Wiccan, right? You can see where they're pairing it up, just like how we did in the spiritual book with the different pantheons or the gods or goddesses that go with Santeria and all, Lukume and all them, right? Voodoo and hoodoo. So again, you can see it on that page. I ain't reading that though. All right, other family members. Hekate's great-grandparents. Her great-grandparents. Listen to this shit. Hekate's great-grandmother was Gaia, whose body was the great quiet earth, existing long before humans walked on it. I told y'all motherfucking bitches, you can't beat Gaia, Mother Earth, Mother God, Mother Father God. Y'all better get the fuck out of here. I said before. And then what y'all tell, I was talking about parasites, we the parasites yesterday. And I said she can exist without us. We can't exist without her though. Bitches better bag up and give me 1,000 feet, bitch. Cause I told y'all ass that. Now you done fuck, look, I done walked up in the book and it's in the fucking book. Like goddamn. You see what I'm saying? You know what the fuck you know. Motherfuckers don't have to tell me, bitch, cause I know. I fucking know. I know, goddamn it. That's what I've been telling y'all ass the whole fucking time. None of y'all asses is older than her. We ain't older than her. We looked up the oldest human like a week ago. It wasn't old as Gaia. If they say Gaia is 4.5 billion trillion years old or whatever they say, right? And how the fuck they know? How? Your bitch ass wasn't even on the damn planet. Okay, we going. You gotta finish that.
It's done.
Okay, we gotta go, y'all. Grandparents, Uranus, Gaia were the parents of Phoebe. So if y'all know, Phoebe was Hekate's maternal grandmother. So we go through all that. We're gonna skip around. I gotta go. Let's go. Hekate writes to the dead. It was a page in here I wanted to give y'all. Let me see if I can find it. I ain't reading this book either. All right, but y'all, look there. Look there. The foster mother, and the goddess, the fertility goddess, right? So there we go. This is what I want. Invocation to Heka, right? And then you got developing basic magical abilities, all right? And you got Heka and Heka's Grimoire, if I'm saying it right? There it is right there. So y'all need to get these books. Hold up. Let me see. It's another one. This is the one I want to read. Look at there. Keeper of the keys, boo. Let's read this. It's talking about the Titanian, the Titan goddess, right? The moon rising from afar. This is a little poem, but I ain't going to read that. Hold up. It's got Oregon and Tennessee, and then in California. Let me see. That ain't the part I want to read. I don't think. Here it is right here. The key being one of Hekate's most pungent symbol represents mystery along with unlocking of secrets or keeping them hidden away. Hekate's key also represents the mysterious of the cosmos, death, and spiritual virtues. She is the I don't know what the fuck that is. Hold on. K-I, somebody look this word up, y'all, and put the definition down there. KLEIDOUKHOS, which stands for the keeper of keys. It is perhaps through this important symbol of Hekate that we can grasp the use of magic and better understand it, right? So there it is. Somebody look that word up and put it down there. I want to know a little bit more besides keeper of keys, okay? And it says keeper of keys. It says keys appear in the hands of many Hekate figures, like keys, right? I consider the Anka key, okay? It says these keys represent several different things, some of which are quite practical. Early inscriptions call her a protector of interests with interest, like entries. I can't even get the word out, which the keys image may represent. Kind of like the master key holder on Matrix. The master that had all those keys, right? The ring with all those keys to all them doors. So that just flashed right there. So that's like Neo. That's like the master on the Matrix. She's the master key holder, right? Master keys, right? On the Matrix. That just flashed there. All right. Hey, stop. And it's talking about Greece. Shrines of Hekate were commonly found on doorsteps as a protector. Now in Kemet, I would like to know. I don't even think they even put that in there. I see Bronze Age in Greece, but I don't even think they went into Kemet. You know, we got to go back behind Greece. Okay, I'm just saying. But where'd I go? It said as a protector of interests. I'm probably feel like I'm fucking that word up. And other liminal places, both public and private, she defended people against lurking spirits. The physical area before the gates of the temple, city, or house was sacred to Hekate. Her keys may have represented not only her protection of these spaces, but also protection of whole cities. Boy, that motherfucker powerful as hell. Boy, that motherfucker powerful as hell. Hekate, bitch. She like not even places private and public, but the cities, bitch. Hekate could close the city against all dangers or open it to benign influences, that's karma, both of which were part of her role as a protector of thresholds and gateways. Oh, that's me, bitch. That's why every time I left a fucking job that did me wrong, them bitches went down. That's why. Because of that shit right there. Hekate refers to herself as the goddess of full armor and with weapons, which may have been meant to ward off threatening demons from someone working magic. God damn. Okay, let me get on. All right. The grand rite dedicated to Hekate was known as the procession of the keys, which was a major element in a larger festival called Hekate. Thus, procession. You know what? I'm gonna not read this. I see why you motherfuckers don't like women. I see why these motherfucking men don't like women, bitch. Ain't no woman got no business with that kind of power, huh? Them motherfuckers don't want us waking up, none, y'all. You now know why they do. These men, these narcissistic, misogynist motherfuckers do not want y'all women to be aware of y'all self and y'all powers. I'm just gonna say, get the fucking book, bitch. I ain't talking about y'all, bitch. I'm talking about the air, bitch. Get the book. Get the fucking book. Damn. Damn. Look at this shit. He even got Hades in this motherfucker. One of Hekate's title was Living One Who Has the Keys of Death and Hades. Bitch, that's me. I got the key to death and life, bitch. You fuck with me, you gonna get one of them. Okay? Fuck with me the wrong way, bitch. Yep, there you go. Hot diggity damn. Hot goddamn diggity diggity. Hekate's key symbolism was not only about physical protection or agricultural production. She held a role as both the gate and the key keeper of the underworld. Boy, that's me if I ain't never heard that motherfucker right there. Like, goddamn. Life, death, and rebirth. That's the fertility goddess, right? The key keeper, Hekate, could imprison mortal souls in Hades' frightening realm. In underworld scene, Hekate is known as the monstrous female figure with dogs, commanding a presence over small human figure. One striped with all clothing and condemned to undergo a frightful punishment in Hades. It's not clear whether she is a guide or a guard. Yeah. Or whether she is assisting or imprisoning the souls, but it may, yeah. But it, okay. But it, we'll bring it here. But it may be safely assumed that she embodies both roles. Boy, y'all better not mess with these motherfuckers that work with Hekate. Boy, Lord, oh, here's Rome over here. Greece and ancient Rome began with the removal of pollution, meaning at entrances would also come to the association with purification rites.
Here you go, Granny. Yeah, I'm so happy. Need to put this down.
Why do you get, Curry? Why you want to give me something that I gotta open? That ain't orange, just apple.
Oh, apple. This one apple.
You need to go ask your man. Hold up. This stuck to all four of them. Now, all right. Ooh, y'all. No wonder these men want to try to silence women, because we are the power, like we've been saying, and we've been told y'all that we got the rights to the grave and to life. That's the womb. That's how powerful the womb is. That's why they don't want y'all to know how powerful y'all ass is in the first place. We got the keys of what? Life, death, and rebirth. And that's why they don't want y'all to know y'all power. So y'all really need this. Y'all really need this book. Y'all really need this book. The key and its rights protected the world from the influence of negative spirits, because we're the guardians, right? We let the spirits, we're the gatekeepers of Yoni. They're the gatekeepers of time, right? Open the realms for new children to be born and embody the fertility of the land. Look at these motherfuckers and want to think women ain't shit. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Women is every fucking thing. The fuck? What kind of foolishness is this? What kind of foolishness did these patriarchal bitches got y'all believing? What kind of foolishness is going on? Y'all hear that shit? I don't think y'all heard. Let me read that shit again for y'all in the back. The key and its rights protected the worlds from the influence of negative spirits, opened the realms for new children to be born, and embodied the fertility of the land. Return to sender, all negative evil eye. The witch, the rebellion. Let's read this, then we go. Let's read the bitches, then we go. They mad as a motherfucker. Return to sender, all evil eye. Back to the sender times 1,000. Ashe fold. All right, look at this shit. Some stories paint Medea. Is that Tyler Perry? Did he fucking get that out of mother? What? Medea? Oh, my whole up, bitch. Hold up. Medea Tyler Perry. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Medea's a witch, bitch. Medea is a witch. Oh, my motherfucking God. Damn. Wait a minute. Y'all, now I know Medusa, but bitch, I didn't know Medea was a witch. Hold up. The witch, the rebel. Some stories paint Medea as a rebellious woman who refuses to conform to what is expected of her, threatens the society. Oh, hell, that's me then. Big mama. Big mama, bitch. Damn, wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. I'm Big Mama. It said that threatens the societal order. Bitch, I'm Big Mama. I'm Medea, bitch. I'm Medea, the rebel. Big Mama speaking through me, bitch. Big Mama speaking through KemArts. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all. She going, wow. Get your ass up. What my? Get your ass up. Get your ass over there. Y'all, I gotta read this. It's an energy, y'all. It's an energy. It's an energy. Listen at this shit. A rebellious woman who refuses to conform to what is expected. What the fuck is expected? Bitch, what's expected of her threatens the societal order. In one folk song, Medea here called Altis, Aletis, spent her life wandering in exile from one city state to another. Well, that ain't me. All right. And then it says another because she rejected the standard female role of dutiful daughter, submissive wife. Oh, that's them damn pygmishas, huh? That's them pygmishas and Barbara the Builder's submissive wife and nurturing mother. Other descriptions of Medea show her as a vessel of both great power and danger through her intelligence, skills, and power. Yeah, now that part's me. Okay, I got you. Oh, so that's why he did Medea, huh? That's why old Tyler Perry did Medea. So y'all didn't even know Tyler Perry was all up in our books like that, huh? Y'all didn't even know Tyler Perry was all up in our books like that. Y'all didn't even get it, huh? Now y'all see why he did why she would go and act like that, the way she acted with that gun in her purse and that mouth that she had. That was Medea. That's Big Mama energy. Y'all didn't even fucking know that, did you? We learned something new about Tyler Perry. Okay, bye. Gotta go. Barracuda up in here looking at me. She said she ready to watch a movie. I ain't trying to hear your mouth. All right. Oh, boy. And then it's got to begin making an offering to Hekate right there. Oh, my God. Remember, this is the spirit of energy. And then, look, it's got, I'm going to get off. It's got a full moon spell for general magical powers guided by Hekate. It tells you about the full moon, waxing moon, waning moon, dark moon. And then it says a waning moon spell for Hekate purification rites, a waxing moon spell for a ritual to promote fertility, dark moon spell to a spell to turn away jealousy. Oh, I need to do that on you motherfuckers right there. All right. And then it says, and then a 2 love spell with Hekate. And then to entice a lover to return. I ain't doing that shit because I don't want none of them motherfuckers. And it says to attract a new lover. Now we might do that one. Let me put I'm gonna get y'all asses on this one here. I'm gonna read that one. Oh boy, but I'm gonna top that one off with what I got up in her, no, that I don't write down. Okay, oh Lord, I'm gonna get them bitches. To heal a broken heart, there's one for y'all. Spell to curse or thwarp. So see, that's why I tell y'all to get these books so y'all can read what people doing. So when you know that energy around you, you know what the fuck they doing. And then it says a spell to thwarp an oppressor, a spell to protection of a home. There's one. Up there's one. All right. And then it's got protection before traveling, remaining open to luck, and money spells. So they got little basic ones. Like I said, they don't have you got to be a long-term conjurer or herbalist or practicing, root worker to be able to put a little bit more power in that. Okay. you gotta, if you've been doing it for a minute, you know how to tweak this. This is for these beginners to learn to have belief or trust or know in their own magic. And then as they do the practices, like how this book said, as you do the practices for so long, you become powerful. You become a powerful witch. You become a powerful instructor or a powerful teacher or whatever you're trying to be. All right, whatever you're trying to be. So evidently, I done tapped into Big Mama. Damn it. Oh, they got, oh shit. They got the occultist Aleister Crowley up in this book. Oh my God. Let me underline that part. They even got Aleister Crowley up in here, y'all. Pre-Christian deities, including Hekate. Oh boy. So y'all Christians is witches. Y'all heard that right? Y'all Christians, they be hiding themselves in the church. I told y'all they be hiding themselves in the church. Y'all just don't be knowing what energies y'all are tapping into. All right, then go say the path of a witch is dangerous. No, it's not. Mind your business and it won't be. These dangers might be symbolic, pushing us to embrace and accept parts of ourselves we'd rather keep hidden. No, they not keeping it hidden, y'all, because what they doing is they don't want, like y'all got closeted men and women. These people in all these spiritual and religious things are closeted witches. So that's what y'all need. They're practicing witches in darkness, so you don't know, cloaking themselves. So you need to, y'all need this book so y'all can distinguish who's a practicing witch and who's not. That's what y'all need, because they cloaking themselves so y'all don't think that they a witch, but they hiding in the church, they hiding in spirituality, they hiding in Ifa and all the other books in this. They're hiding in this. They're hiding in this. So that's what y'all need to get the book for, so you can recognize where they're hiding at and recognize the energy when you see the energy, right? Everybody got a witch and a warlock in them, right? Is that warlock and that witch doing good stuff, light worker stuff with it, or that warlock and that witch doing dark, demonic, evil, harmful shit with it. So everybody, because it's an energy, remember, it's an energy, and it already told you where it come from, right? Your grandmama's passed it on to you. Your grandmama's, the mitochondrial DNA, is passed down the line. That's why I say you're born in a path of witches or warlocks or shamans, like how we had yesterday, right? We're passed along that line. So it's just what you do with that energy. Remember, we're talking about energy. We're not talking about the black hats and the pointed hats. Yeah, they can wear them sometimes, but they can have weave and they're a witch, a cloaked witch by what they wear, and they mat, their weave and their face and their paint and their makeup and the symbols, the amulets that they wear, right? The protections that they wear. So this is just gonna make some of y'all and help some of y'all tap into that energy to protect yourself. All right. I'm just saying, boy, y'all need to get this motherfucker. Oh Lord, y'all gotta get this motherfucking book, y'all. Oh Lord. Now I ain't finna be calling no Hekate, you know what I'm saying? I think this is just something I naturally embody and tapped into. And I never even knew Medea was in these books. Like, that just took me by surprise right there. So now it makes sense now. It says whether one, this is about Medea, whether one could argue that Medea is evil or not, it cannot be disputed that she is indeed dangerous. That sounds like Lilith, don't it? I'm telling you, that sounds like Lilith. That sounds like Lilith. That is another name for Lilith. I know it is. I can see the symbols because I've studied Lilith, so I can see the. That's what I tell you. You got to learn how to connect the dots. Because remember, as civilization grew and evolved, they just renamed shit, but it's the same original. Just like how they renamed everybody after us, right? After the indigenous Aborigine people, everybody came after us, was named a certain thing, or was given a certain religion, or was given a certain piece of society, right, that they thrived in. And everybody was given what? Like a Holocaust. Everybody was given we were given a slavery. The Jews were given a Holocaust. But everybody want to remember the Holocaust, but they don't want to remember how we were treated, so-called, in slavery. They want to try to use it to make us be back enslaved or to put fear over you. That part. Boy, I can see that's Lilith right there. Because the only one you going to say is ever dangerous is Lilith. Because she don't conform to societal norms. So if you go through all the different Wiccans and pagans and all the gods and the Greek gods, and you find that one goddess that did not bow down to the phallic, there you go. That's y'all. That's me. We decentered their ass. We kicked their ass out, and we took back our throne. Right? We took back our power. You'll find it in the Qing dynasties. You'll find it in Feng Shui or whatever. You know, you'll find it in Japan somewhere. You're going to find it in Korea or Russia somewhere. Everybody going to have that one goddess that did not fucking care about that damn societal bullshit. And that's that Heka. That's that Lilith. All right? So tapping into that dark energy that says, no, I'm primal. That's that primal raw energy. That primal raw energy that you cannot cage and cannot tame. The woman in the wild, right? The woman of the woods, or the wolf, the woman that runs with the wolves, right? The wild one, the untamed.